strut. Security's chasing, but they're stuck in a rut. Bridge can't function, we're laughing too hard. She's got Starfleet moves that belong on a holocard. Wiggle warp, shields at 10. She hips through danger again and again. Commander Rydek, stylish under fire. Wiggling boldly where butts inspire. Why is the ship missioning? Mom, it's you. She negotiated peace with a Ferengi dance. Wiggled right past with no need for chance. Diplomacy's easy when your hips persuade. Even Vulcans feel emotion. Red alert, not for war, but that strut. Security's chasing, but they're stuck in a rut. Bridge can't function, we're laughing too hard. She's got Starfleet moves that belong on a holocard. Wiggle warp, shields at 10. She hips through danger again and again. Commander Rydek, stylish under fire. Wiggling boldly where butts inspire. Why is the ship missioning? Mom, it's you. She negotiated peace with a Ferengi dance. Wiggled right past with no need for chance. Diplomacy's easy when your hips persuade. Even Vulcans feel emotionally swayed. Wiggle warp, Federation pride. With a bounce in her step and stars on her side. Rydek's got flair, the galaxy knows. You don't need phasers when you've got those. Mission control achieved.
Evening, everybody, and welcome back to Telltale's not Telltale Star Trek. Good evening, Mr. Smith and Happy. I was just having a quick look at the chapters in my little chapters notebook here to see where we're up to, because I've tried like just in my head just split them as we've gone each week. We left it at chapter 30, apparently, according to my notes. So we've got all these chapters to do here, and then there's like two different scenarios. So I assume that we're going to get a choice, and then that'll be how these sets A and B play out when we get to that point. But we'll worry about those those 4 chapters next week. In a minute, I suppose we'll try and maybe probably get down to chapter 38. I think that'll probably be narratively, unless these are really short chapters, narratively that will probably be a good gap, and then it means we have the build up to the final conclusion and do the 8 final chapters next week. That kind of makes... we'll see how it goes. Right, I need to make this small on my other screen so that I can see the chapter titles. Scrolling. Yeah, should be small enough. Over there. I've been annoying Ada today as well. And before we begin, she may have actually crashed now, I'm assuming that, or she's just given up the will to live, which is also possible. I just thought, what if I just asked her cheese? So she thought about it for a minute and gave me this response, and then in reply to that, because she wasn't really happy about the lack of clarity, I asked cheese once more, and this time we got types of cheese, facts of cheese, and then asked cheese again. Like the thought process in Ada is, okay, the user said cheese again. Was okay, the user has been asking about cheese multiple times, and each time I provided different information. I think she's getting a bit annoyed now. Various histories of cheese. Then I asked her again. But I'm guessing, what's this? We've got charts and all stuff as well. She's trying hard to understand cheese, but I'm thinking that she's completely crashed. But let's get back to where we were. Is that right there? Overloading, yeah. Because we left it, we were going to like overload the ship to stop it from going to, I assume, get to some kind of a super weapon. If I remember the conversations last week. The overload incident. Oh, this controller feels weird.
That's interesting.
Redundancy. If one goes down in battle, we can still operate.
Makes this more difficult, though.
This ship can maintain warp with half the cores offline. We'll need to disable 3 of them.
Where are the engine schematics? Power flow routing charts.
We're soldiers, not engineers.
Should be running around shouting cheese to everybody. It'd be like, you know, remember in Mars Attacks?
Understand how to operate it under normal conditions, but not the intricacies.
You're in good hands. We can do this.
I trust that you can.
You at least know where we should
They'll
start.
all go around, they'll all go around shouting cheese, all the robots. Alright, what can we click on? So, it looks like there's just 2 points to click on today. Or at least in here anyway. How do we run again? I'm guessing that actual thing I can click on is actually a ladder. I don't know what the controls are now. Oh, then it's going to make me press buttons to climb up the ladders. Did the other guys just run up a ramp, though? Yeah, they just came up the stairs. We chose to take the ladders. That's the one, but it'll be cheese instead. Ooh. Something up with this controller today. It just seems overly sensitive. Makes a change though, because each time that we've played this, it's been like a struggle to slowly pan this across. Anything else to scan? Can't move, so there must be something else to scan. Oh, scan complete.
Cores are running really hot. Makes sense.
What's the most mischievous thing you've seen a cat do?
Shouldn't run for very long like that. Not before a catastrophic.
Just gotta go through Happy Cat's clip library.
Figure out a way to give it a push.
Bet that console down there could tell us a few things.
I'm gonna take the stairs this time rather than the ladders. An engineering room, there's not really a lot going on in here, is there? If this is main engineering, come on. I mean, remember the Enterprise had consoles on all the walls and stuff. This is like an empty room.
Whatever we do, we need to make sure the Takan can't undo it.
So we need a way to permanently disable the reactors that won't destroy the ship and kill us all in the process.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Warp core ejection. So the question is, how do we make it happen?
You get someone to stand on top of it and like jump up and down. Computer lock. Coolant system.
They've locked out the controls here too. No surprise there.
I can't release it.
So if we want to get the core out,
Not the
force the
rotors.
system to do it.
Oh, Mr. Smith,
Trick it.
there's a interesting update this evening for supermarkets. Reactor status, safety protocol. Turn those off.
The safety protocols don't look much different from the Resolute. Breach protection.
But we've now got 6 more slaves.
Cease matter, antimatter flow, command override. Emergency warp core ejection. Computer.
And now, if you're playing at
Even core functions can't
difficulty
override
1 or
running
above,
safety measures.
So the protocol's still active.
things break down and you have to go around with a toolbox apparently and fix them. I've downloaded the update, but I haven't given it a go because I only saw it there.
The reactor coolant system is operating at emergency.
Yeah, the same. It's been in the space since I turned my machine off. So in the last like couple of hours at least, Mr. Smith, as well as a multi-gigabyte patch for Satisfactory. Welcome in, Mr. V.
Increase the warp core's temperatures.
25
The coolant regulators.
months of lube-filled madness, Mr. V. Thank you so much for the sub there, mate.
Let's peel this
And welcome in there, Mr. V.
I'll take the one next to it.
The second you two start dumping cores, the
There's
Takan...
also an update for Splitgate as well.
We'll be vulnerable. Stuck in one place while you work.
But thank you so much there, Mr.
Make
V.
sure we have the time to finish.
Anything?
I hope you've been behaving yourself today.
Anything.
We'll barricade the door. Work quickly.
As well, there is, I hope, as long as I didn't accidentally press the wrong button, I'm hoping that there's a track waiting for us on the jukebox this evening that you may find entertaining. A new record, hopefully. I don't think I pressed the button that would have undone the change.
might not have our tools, but our phasers can
Always behaves himself.
We better get this right. If we
I
foul
can
it
still
up,
smell the
whole
sausages
thing
from
goes
tea.
boom. We don't know how much damage that cartabula will do.
There goes the galaxy.
Could be that bad.
We'll get it right.
What could possibly go wrong?
It's not a Starfleet warp core, but the coolant regulator has to be in here somewhere.
Sausages. Alright, it's one of these quick time events. A lot of these, it always feels like busy work. There we go.
Time to heat things up.
Warning.
And they just pulled it out.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Whee!
Hey, now they're definitely gonna know we're down here.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
But of course, the sensors didn't register a phaser being fired.
They're cutting through the door. We don't have much time.
Remember in the Undiscovered Country Star Trek movie, where Belarus fires a phaser just to demonstrate how you can't fire it without the ship's sensors being kicked off. It was Lieutenant Belarus, wasn't it? Uh-oh. Oh, we got shotted. Oh, if we death loop on this one, I'll switch over to mouse and keyboard, because I think that worked out better last time, didn't it, for the combats? Evening, Gary, and welcome in. Yeah, are you going for the new record? It is on there, isn't it? It is number 4.
Hey! Would you mind?
I'll pause the game if you want to listen to number 4, because the beginning is a bit quiet.
I'll cover you.
What? No!
Get the warp core done, or we're all dead.
Because we're not here over the combat. Look at them just casually walking in. Everybody's dead, Dave.
Tinky, winky, dipsy, la la po. They danced in the fields where the soft winds blow. But wait, what's this? There's something we missed. A 5th one forgotten, lost in the mist.
Simba. He had an aerial too. Simba.
Gary!
The tuppy who burned in the sky, struck by lightning, area or fry. He screamed to the clouds as he started to die. Now he's cinder, the flame that won't go. He lurks in the shadows of two beams or surf
Tinky, winky with his little red bag. Dipsy's hat with a stylish sag. La bounced with a ball so round. Po spun circles on the soft green ground. But the hills were quiet. The wind stopped dead. No sun, baby rose, just static instead. Cinder walks where rabbits fear. Ash in his footprints whispers near. Once he left beneath the sun. Now he screams when day is done.
Simba was real, you fools never saw. Tubby let lightning broke the law. 5 tubbies came from the void unknown, and one turned to ember and claimed the throne.
And then came the prophecy. A trilogy from far away. Not in space, but in a studio with no clear plot. They said it was Star Wars, but it starred Rey, Tinky Winky, and Poe. Remember their names, even the writers forgot. Cinder, right from the lies, let lightning strike their blasted eyes. No more rapids, no more jiggers, just fire and static until it goes. Tinky, winky, dipsy, la la po. But where, oh where did Simba go? He's behind the screen in the static glow.
Simba is still watching you all. Evening, Eddie, and welcome in. Hope you enjoyed the Teletubby song.
Shoot!
Oh, hang on. Let's just shoot the thing. Welcome in there, Eddie. Did you not enjoy it, Mr. B?
Warp drive disengaged. You did it.
Yeah, the tale of the 5th Teletubby. Cinder. After his aerial got struck by lightning.
I think so.
You be running a fever of the transport?
Can you climb?
I'll see you on the parade grounds of Surella, my friend.
Oh, she's going to sacrifice herself to let the others escape, isn't she? Eddie's not got his headphones on. What troubles everyone been getting themselves into today, though? So just the three of us made it out of there.
You want me? I'm right here.
This is painfully slow climbing up here. They're gonna know which way we went. Oh, have you got one of those problems?
Not you too.
Calm yourself, child.
Happy's fault.
It will all be better soon.
Back on the Helldivers.
Wake up, Manka Umet.
I'm still continuing my project with Ada. Oh, you're a cheese.
Return to us. Rejoin the flame.
I think there is a is there a hashtag blame Happy?
Was lost.
I can't remember. There's so many hundreds of Easter egg commands, some of which have never been un-Easter egged.
I do. I want to remember every moment when I make them pay.
House Flip Season just completed a trio of jobs for Ebenezer Scrooge.
You will join me.
Is this the House Flippers or the House Flippers 2 you're playing, Mr. V?
Try to save her.
That's a dream.
I swear, we will make them pay for it.
Did I say there was some kind of an advert for House Flippers, but like Scooby-Doo? Or was I thinking of something else? History Fallout 4. 41 hours, 19 streams, ranked 19 on the charts.
There's so much I want to ask you.
There's so little I can tell you.
Oh, this must be chapter 31.
But I'll certainly do my best. I can only assume this is one of your older starships. One would think, given the importance of your mission, they might send a ship of a more recent vintage.
Actually, the Resolute is one of our state-of-the-art starships.
That must be some sort of contemporary humor.
She's loaded with the latest and greatest technology in the galaxy.
I've never felt more unsafe.
Something wrong?
Not at all. The galaxy has grown more diverse since the days of the Tekon Empire.
Because you conquered everyone who didn't look like you.
To the contrary. Most lesser civilizations willingly join the Empire to enjoy the benefits of an advanced way of life. But that expansion came with its own set of problems, so I admire your ability to diversify without creating conflict. That was always our challenge. And perhaps...
Oh, the Scooby thing's coming up. That I must have seen something. That must be it.
The Federation prides itself on its inclusiveness.
But they're going to remaster it anyway.
As the Vulcans say, infinite diversity in infinite combinations.
Interesting. I'd be curious to meet one of these Vulcans.
I just put 4 people. Oh, we need to put everybody on security at the front door.
To locate this scion, Galvin, I'll need full access to your ship's systems.
Full access?
Huh. You must be out of your mind.
No, I'm right here, completely in my mind. And with all due respect to your advanced technology, the simple fact is that I won't be able to locate him without it. Perhaps I should have made that clear up front. I'll need to make certain modifications.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent.
Solano's gonna flip when he hears this.
Captain's an idiot.
See you on the bridge. Captain Solano, I'd like to introduce you to Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Have you got some of the other expansions as well, Mr. V, for the House Flippers?
There is no modern equivalent. Not within the Federation, at least.
We are incredibly lucky that Portal has agreed to join us.
Your first officer makes a very persuasive argument.
So I've noticed. You spent 600,000 years at your post. That certainly takes an uncommon level of dedication.
We all have our duty.
Of course. But I'm curious. You were stationed there in preparation for what, exactly?
Any and all threats to the Empire.
An empire that no longer exists. Which suggests you weren't very successful.
You said you needed my help. I didn't come here to be insulted. Perhaps that was a mistake. I'd be happy to return to Delphi Ardu at any time.
And we do need your help. Absolutely. And we are grateful that you decided to come.
And your captain has an odd way of expressing his...
Maybe it's the House Flippers 2 is going to be... is going to have a thing on the...
Clearly it's with the Takan.
It's House Flippers 2... Is it out, actually?
You have found me out.
Or is it still like a pre-ordery thing?
True loyalties.
Maybe this is a different engine. Maybe they just copy and pasted the old game into it for some extra pennies.
Who do nothing more than tarnish us in name and reputation and don't deserve to be called Takan. That's why I'm here. And if you'd be so kind as to give me access to your ship's systems, we can get on with it. And you can stop wasting my time.
Access to our systems? That's completely out of the question. Tell me that's not what you promised. We're vulnerable enough as it is. And now we're supposed to give him access to everything? Ridiculous.
Captain, I know it's a risk. But right now it's our best shot at finding Galvin and that ship.
All in a bundle. Apocalypse Pets, Farm, Garden. What was the HGTV thing as well? Because I remember seeing the trailer for that.
If you're not enjoying your visit to our ship, we'd be more than happy to let you wither away back on your pathetic little rock.
Captain?
You clearly do not appreciate the magnitude of the threat the Scions pose. So myopic is your focus on your own ego. I will not be leaving until they have been found.
Commander Rydek, a word.
The captain on the ship needs to be relieved of duty.
And to think, I waited 600,000 years for this.
You realize this puts me in an incredibly difficult position. I was against seeking him out from the start, but now...
Indeed happy.
Access to our systems? It's insane. And you somehow expect me to believe his allegiance is with us? You heard what he said in there. There's no way we can trust him.
I might otherwise agree, but you're missing the most important point. He's a Takan, and he may be loyal to...
It doesn't give us a chance to weigh the options up reading them, Gary. That's the problem.
You heard what he said.
That little percentage bar bollocks me up every time.
We sought him out for a reason. To help him find our missing crew, Galvin, and those Elydian ships. This is the plan we agreed to with Ambassador Spock.
Which I never liked. But here we are. You know what this mission means to us. Not just for the Federation, but for me personally. I can't afford...
He's a Gould.
Losing the shield algorithms was bad enough. This could be the end of my career.
I'm sorry, Captain. You know I support you, but millions of lives in the future of the Federation are at stake here. Both of which are more important right now than your career.
And there's also an adventure through the Stargate! Exclamation mark Stargate.
Then so be it.
I'm going to trust your instincts on this one. I just hope...
Riot!
Both of our sakes.
Riot, curse you!
Let me know if you find anything.
I take it it's based off one of those colonial reality TV shows then, that DLC, Mr. V.
Have to make a few modifications.
What kind of modifications?
To find Taconian technology requires Taconian technology. If this Scion Gallivan modified his ships, then I must do likewise to yours. The galaxy is nearly infinite in size and complexity. This may take a moment.
How long will
I
it
found
take?
something. There you are.
He's over there.
What is it? Galvin?
We completed our mission, but it looks like not all of us survived.
Is using Taconian technology. I can't get the precise bearings, but it's located in the Palisades cluster.
I'll let the captain know.
Evening, Jim.
Rydek to Solano. I think Portal may have located Galvin.
I'll be right there.
I'm getting all kinds of interference.
You gotta go back for them.
The lock on the energy signature.
Where's he hiding?
In the
What
palace.
mischief you getting into, Jim?
Interesting. Can you lock in on the location?
Not until you get me closer.
Lieutenant Handar, set a course for the Palisades cluster.
Aye, Captain.
Well, I suppose I owe you an apology. You were right after all. That's what I get for questioning the advice of my first officer. You always have my back.
They say the true measure of a leader is being able to admit your mistakes.
You got a new puppy, Jim.
Next
Oh, you
time
have to
I
share
feel
some
better,
pictures with her.
Nice work.
What's the new puppy called, Jim?
Find anything more?
Will do.
Or have you not chosen a name yet?
What's wrong?
I didn't want to say anything until I was certain.
Gary caught dysentery from Mr. V. You already had the dysentery, Mr. V.
There's a Taconian device being used to block the signal. Whoever planted it was exceptionally clever. They knew how and where to hide it. But they have underestimated my abilities.
They're always a puppy. It doesn't matter how old they are, Jim. He's called Chewy.
Taconian device, and I can find Galvan for you. It's designed to interfere with all transmissions, or at least delay and confuse the effort to find Galvan's ship.
Why would you trust me with this?
I cannot be sure I trust anyone on this ship, but
Everyone loves the dysentery.
understanding on Delphi Ardu. That will have to be enough.
Don't worry, I'll get this fixed. We're going to find that ship.
Well, that must be the rocket ship delivering the dysentery.
Engineers would have
Mr.
found
V
this
caught
place.
dysentery from Eddie this time, and Eddie caught it from Mr.
Please
Smith.
rely on
It's
my tricorder.
this is how pandemics start. Use your tricorder to find the thingamy what's it.
Scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out.
Scan.
That's better. Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby. But even with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation.
How do I put this? Oh, that button there to holster it. Can I climb down there? Because it looked like something was coming from there. Yeah, there's some steps over there. Mr. V. He's on the list. Oh, I did tell you the other day, didn't I? Oh, hang on, we can't go down here. I did tell you the other day that on one of the channels, Allo is back on. Started from the first episode again. Oh, maybe it wasn't radiation I was looking at. It might have just been other weirdness. Oh, this is going a bit weird though, isn't it? Hang on. There's wiggly lines everywhere. Oh, what's going on in here then?
A little bit of harmless radiation leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There's still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation. I need to find it so I could filter
Oh,
it
there's
out
more
as well.
sparkles over here. Couldn't use the ship's internal scanners though, that would have been too easy. It's like tripping over things looking at it. It's like people walking around with that mobile phone.
Filter that out. There we go. I'm getting a clear tetrametric signal now.
Or because I can't change my scanny thing, but I can't. Guessing it's in this console.
Found it.
No worries, Mr. Smith.
Excuse me. Do you belong here?
So have you been for a good run around the block tonight then with the new puppy, Jim?
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you.
Paul. Calloway, right?
Yes. You know, it means a lot that you remembered. What, are you doing back here? I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't usually go digging around engineering compartments.
I was looking for you.
I'm busy exploring the house.
Under the console?
Dropped my tricorder. But I do need your help. Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
Not that I can think of, but I can ask around. I'm here almost all the time, but maybe someone else noticed something?
Thanks, but I'll talk to Commander Chovak about it.
Okay. Well, let me know if I can be of any help. Oh, I'll leave you alone already. Oh, come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duvall finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylus?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Thank you.
Ah, so the one that she was looking, another one that she was looking all bouncy. Might be a traitor.
Maybe Tylus saw something.
Well, knackered as normal, Jim. Ooh, that was all sparkly force field there. Can we call the EMH in here? But knackered as usual. Hip's been in non-stop agony since that that trip a couple of weeks ago, which is always a bonus.
Tylus, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
Looking after my little chippy. Unfortunately, my little chips can't walk anymore. She's all tucked into her bed at the moment.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duvall, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Taconian technology. Does that mean there's a scion on board? But Dr. Duvall bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member, I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
We have to trace every contact, starting with engineering, which is where the device was planted.
At least that narrows the list. But we still have to go back quite a while.
Whatever it takes.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
How are you finding the new game as well there, Jim?
Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit, I was around the scions as much as anybody.
I would feel more comfortable if you did.
I understand.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Sure.
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the scions as well. You never know.
Let's get to it. The search starts in engineering.
It's one of these games I've been so torn with.
In the last few hours.
Yeah, well, one, yeah, of course, Gary says it's a pricey one.
Everyone who came through engineering
But it looks so good. There was a thing in the trailer that just put cast a shadow on it. That sort of like make me all mixed about it. Oh, hang on 1 second, I missed what she said. No engineering personnel.
Outliers. People who don't work.
2 seconds, I'm falling off my seat.
That helps.
I'll filter out the duplicates.
This is like giving us a busy QuickTime event that they really don't really need us to press a button for.
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari. Let's see who's left.
I knew he was suspicious.
No, this can't be right.
What?
Of the people that went to Hotari and
I
visited...
had a look on CD Keys yesterday or day before, and it's out of stock as well, so you can't even get it cheaper over there, Gary.
According to this, he was here while you went down to Delphi Ardu 4. Which would have been the perfect opportunity.
He was on his own. Actually, Spock was on their own in there as well, weren't they?
He fits the profile for the kind of people the Takan want to bioform. People with authority that can lead to them gaining more control.
Like Galvin? The Queen?
The captain of a Federation starship. What happened when Dr. Duval bioscanned Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
Captain's been a bad boy. Evening, Frodo.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need it.
Steam account, not keys.
I found the
Got to jingle jangle those CD-ROMs around.
Interference is gone. I have located Galvin's ship more precisely. He's in the U.S. system.
So then it worked.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Takan. What many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvin's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our largest arsenal. Not that we needed it in the late stages of the Empire, but it was there as a precaution nonetheless.
We have
Could
to
possibly
somehow
go
intercept
wrong.
it. How long till he
How are you doing, Frodo? Wang about, there's a Pokemon on the loose. Oh, I need to add the probability of some of these contracts not to be Pokemon, but we need 4 Teletubbies or 5 Teletubbies to be put in the pool, don't we, for you to hunt?
The Takan were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly. However, the presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a scion hidden among your crew, and it is unlikely this interference device was the scion saboteur's only trap. If we reach Galvin and the saboteur cripples your ship...
Happy_cat_lady completed the contract and eradicated the pheromosa infestation of the fjord using the sniper rifle.
It is. They may well do more damage if left alone. Time is not on your side.
I'm fairly convinced they bioformed Captain Solano.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like him. That explains it.
Yay, Happy defeated them.
The time of the Empire that I am not able to detect if it has taken place. Proof of your claim is something you will have to produce yourself.
Then we have to bioscan him. I'll talk to Dr. Duval.
Teletubby genocide.
Told me you were worried about him. But I never imagined this was what was wrong.
Joe's fixed finally since it was in the shop.
That would explain why Solano
What's
has
the
been too
Elvish
busy
word for
a
friend?
bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor, you have the authority to declare him
A few but need to be
unfit to serve.
replaced and updated.
Right.
Just $2,000 for repairs.
Captain is a tall order. Are you sure you're prepared for this? If you
Buy a used car for that.
I am. I have to be.
Oh, do you not want the Teletubbies song again then? You know, it's like the Teletubbies going again.
We can't pull this off with just the two of us. I technically have the authority to make Solano under.
Tale of the fifth forgotten Teletubby.
He can and will refuse to do it. We need at least another member of the senior staff to support your claim, or this could all blow up in our faces. You better think long and hard about who you can trust.
Blood of Battle, Chapter 32. Well, do a reminder command, Gary.
Impulse power.
What would the Barney the Dinosaur song be about, though?
Limited bursts of warp
How would we theme it?
But they won't get to wherever they were headed at this rate. They're just limping along now.
So where does that put us?
Maybe I can answer that.
Click on the buttons. Anything else to click on in here? Oh. I'm guessing that we have to walk all the way around because he can't duck and climb through there. That would be too easy. Oh, but you can duck underneath here, though. If I can remember, what was the duck button? There it is.
I got the ship's heading.
They've changed course. Drastically.
Looks like they're headed here. Usonia system. They might stop there.
Can we use the Zeldi's comms to signal your fleet?
Comm systems are locked.
Grab hold!
Oh!
The inertial dampeners can barely keep up. If they keep forcing this ship to make these short warp jumps, they're going to tear it
The
apart.
purple pervert dinosaur.
Despite all this Takan corruption.
Was it in the late 90s, or it had to be the late 90s? There was a error with a Barney VHS. Because Woolworths, I believe, had to take them off the shelves because the recording that had been placed onto the tapes was a bouncy movie.
Your people. Is there somewhere you go when you die?
Life after death? No. On my homeworld, some people think they can cheat death in a way by joining with the Trill symbiont. But that's not a life to me.
What about you? Is there another plane of existence for you? With every passing battle, as I get older.
We only get one life to live. I'm not counting on anything coming after I close my eyes for the last time.
Then you may never understand this.
Was it early 2000s? I can't remember. It was that long ago.
My people have a special journey. When Illydians died, we rejoin our comrades, family, and ancestors.
On the parade grounds of Cirella?
That is just one part of it, but yes. Death is not the end for us. So, even if some part of Itasca remains, by letting the Takan use her body, at best we are delaying the inevitable next step for her. At worst, we are leaving her as a prisoner in her own mind. You want to save the transformed.
Well, no one's as old as Gary, though. Grandpa Gary.
Doesn't make me a
Frodo.
say he has a point. What if we can't get them back? We can't leave them like that, right?
I think Itasca would want to be released.
I know it's awful to think about, but if they're still alive, we can still try to help them. We lose that option once they're dead.
I had a sister. twin. It's very rare among the Trill.
You never told me that.
She was one of the youngest hosts to ever join with a symbiont. A sentient creature that lives in our body. It's considered a great honor. The symbiont can bring centuries of knowledge and wisdom to the host. But sometimes, the symbiont personality suppresses the host entirely. My sister was the closest person in the world to me. I knew she would be different after joining. But she drew more and more distant. The room we shared growing up was foreign to the both of us. And eventually she, or whoever she'd become, cut me out entirely. So I left for Starfleet and swore I'd never go back. I couldn't stand the thought of seeing her. Someone who looked like my sister.
You should try to see her again. When all this is over. Maybe things have changed for her after you've been away for years.
I couldn't go back. Not now.
You remind me of Itasca.
I do?
Bonds are not made by what runs through your veins, but the blood you spilled together. Itasca was my family in that way. I want you to know there is nothing I won't sacrifice to win this fight.
He repeats this sort of thing a lot.
To survive.
It's like all of his dialogue.
You'd count me as one of your tribe. As Itasca was.
Even a couple of engineers like us?
I don't need to wait that long. We've bled together. No one else will know what we've been through. That makes us a tribe. Right here.
I'll take that.
They don't cease this madness.
Doing little jumps.
What is this place?
Is that the Veskar?
Another one of yours?
Not anymore. They've corrupted it, just like the Zeldi.
Now there are 2 ships. Did this just get better, or worse?
It certainly doesn't bode well for the crew of the Veskar. So many lives stolen.
We're really at the heart of this fight now. We just gotta figure out what we're gonna do about it.
Who does that voice?
This doesn't look like the Aphelion. What do they do?
Sounds familiar.
You don't think they're just meeting their buddies?
Maybe, but then why are their buddies here?
It's not that crazy bloke, is it? That was in the Ant-Man films.
The storm. It's back. What happened?
Hold on. Scanning. Geometric radiation is dropping. The Zeldi's dropped to minimal power levels.
It's running off just the one warp core now.
That means...
They've sent the Cartabula to that other ship.
We gotta get over there. Mutiny on the Resolute, Chapter 33.
Something wrong?
You know the one I'm kind of like thinking about? He sounds similar to the guy who like tells all the daft stories. His mate from prison.
Just going to call for you. I'm needed down in engineering.
So, has the person who done the voice done anything else? Maybe that's what I recognise from. Probably done voices in other bloody games. His name is Carter. Because we got that there, and because well, he doesn't appear on this one here because he's the character we control. But yeah. Ooh.
Lieutenant Bedrosian, a word, please.
Yes, Commander. What can I do for you?
Listen, the captain may have been compromised.
What?
I have every reason to believe he has been bioformed, and is now actively working against us.
Hold on. This makes no sense. Did Portal do something to you?
I'm dead serious. Someone is sabotaging the mission. They planted a Taconian device in engineering. Captain Solano was in engineering while we were on Delphi Ardu 4, and he purposely evaded Dr. Duval's bioscan. He's not Captain Solano anymore. He's a Scion.
Which would make you Captain. So you're saying you're taking command of the ship? Because if you are, that's one hell of a bold move. And you better be absolutely sure you have your facts straight.
Technically, I already have. He's a Scion. He has no claim to be captain. And he's actively working against our interests.
Which I can only hope you're ready to back up. Because otherwise, what you're suggesting is mutiny.
I have Duval's support. We're going to ask the captain to undergo a bioscan. When he refuses, I need you to back me up.
Back when we were on the shuttle, you chose my safety over the lives of a dozen Illydians. I've wondered again and again if I deserved that. If you made the right call. But if it's why I'm here now, able to help you save the Resolute, maybe the whole Federation, then I'm glad you did. So, my answer is yes. I'm with you no matter what. When do we act?
Now. Dr. Duval is already on the bridge.
All right. I'm ready.
Unless she's the traitor. Or she might be the doctor. And this could all be about to hit the fan.
It's now or never.
Captain Solano.
Commander Rydek, we need to talk about... Doctor? What brings you to the bridge?
Just a bit of housekeeping. You owe me a bioscan, Captain.
I don't have time for that right now.
It will only take a moment. I can't put this off any longer.
You can, and you will. All you'll find is that I'm quite reasonably under stress given the circumstances, and you aren't making it better. I'll find you in sickbay when I'm good and ready. Or, if you're gonna stand in the way of the mission, I can find you in the brig instead.
I hope you're not hiding something, Captain. If you aren't, there's no reason to
I don't like your implication.
Commander Rydek is right, Captain. We all have to follow the rules.
What is this?
We need you to comply with the scan, Captain.
That's enough. Drop this. All of you. I'm giving you a direct order, Commander Rydek. Stand down and go back to your post. Now. Do not make me tell you again. I've been a starship captain since before you were in the Academy.
I'd follow that order, if you were actually Captain Solano.
Well then, there's only one thing left to do. Security to the bridge. Arrest
Has he bioformed them?
Take her to the brig.
On what charge?
Conspiring with the enemy and mutiny.
Get back. Give her a chance to speak. Let's hear what she has to say.
That's enough, Lieutenant Bedrosian. Step aside or you'll join her in the brig.
Evening spoons?
No. This is not Captain Solano. He's been bioformed. He's a Scion.
You're out of your mind.
She can prove it.
Oh, giving us busy work here. But welcome in their spoons. And as well, just I was listening to the dialogue there, but was it you said the guy who does the voice of there? It's been in the Marvel ones, Lego shorts. Ant-Man was one of them. His name is. I have to have a look at it afterwards to see if it is.
Galvin with this.
Like that's your homework done, Frodo.
He planted it in engineering while we were down on Delphi Ardu 4.
Lies! Perpetrated by the only Takan.
It's all Gary's fault.
Portal 6-3. He's actively trying to divide us from within.
Captain Solano has refused to be bioscanned because he knows it will reveal he's a scion.
Take her to the brig, or I'll do it myself. Oh!
Who shot him?
Wait! Stand down! That's an order!
What is the meaning of this?
Scan him now.
Everyone hold until we get answers. This cannot happen on the bridge of a Federation star.
He's a scion. You have to believe me. That's not Captain Solano, as much as you'd like to think it is.
He wasn't fit for command anyway.
There's no coming back from this.
I'm going to settle this once and for all.
Is he one? Is he an alien, or is he just a dickhead? Or both? Is she the enemy? Both. Yep, have a cake, yep, dickhead.
Captain Solano has been compromised. He's been bioformed into a Takan.
Oh, her eyes have gone weird.
As the Chief Medical Officer of the U.S.S. Resolute, I am relieving Captain Zachary Solano of command.
Take him to the brig.
Looks like he's been out on the drink. Even from the start, though, he's more concerned about his career than actually doing the right thing.
Not this. I can't believe I shot the captain. I don't think Starfleet likes it when you do that.
If it helps, that wasn't really the captain.
I mean, intellectually, sure. I understand that. But he looks and sounds exactly like him. I'm not sure I'll ever get that out of my head.
Oh, the face animations are really weird. You seen the way they do the eyebrows by bringing the entire upper nose together? Let's sit in the big chair. Also, the captain gets a headrest, is that right? And the first officer doesn't. Is that how you know which chair's for who? Remember the deleted scene in Star Trek Nemesis? Where Picard sits in the chair at the very end and the seatbelt comes around.
System. Maximum warp.
He says it's about time.
It's time to face Galvin.
Yes, Commander. Sorry. Captain. On your command.
Engage.
Oh, looking a bit shifty. Collision course.
We're taking fire!
Red alert! All hands to battle stations. Shield status.
Set to maximum, but with the algorithms compromised, they may not do much.
Captain, that other Elydian ship is here.
The Zeldi?
We're outnumbered.
Captain, your orders.
Evasive maneuvers.
Aye, Captain.
The Veskar's warp engines are powering up.
And I was look like they're about to get broken.
Our warp engines are offline.
Told you.
That must have been their goal. They didn't want us to chase the Veskar.
According to my readings, they also took the Cartabula with them.
They're not breaking off. We have to destroy the Zeldi before it destroys us.
Diaz and Edsalar still over there?
They'll need to evacuate.
Beam them off.
Come on.
I almost have it.
They gotta know we're here. Hurry! You got it?
Got it. Diaz to Resolute.
We read you, Diaz.
This is Ermot. It's good to hear your voice. Is Edsalar... is she with you? Everyone wants to know.
Are you kidding me? I couldn't get rid of her.
I don't doubt that, Petty Officer.
Can you get us out of here?
I can't transport you out while the Zeldi's shields are up. Our phaser fire won't even get through. Is there another way off that ship?
We'll find a way.
Whatever you do, you'll have to
Escape pods.
because we can't give you much more time. We can't evade the Zeldi forever.
Understood. Diaz out. We're gonna have to get out of here the old-fashioned way.
The Lydian ship.
I've seen some of the newer ones, but not too many of them.
But then there's the vacuum of space to contend with.
Those freight containers. Maybe we could use those to make
But
it.
yeah, if like things like Next Generation, DS9, Voyager, Enterprise, the original. No, those shows inside out. I've seen season 1 of Picard and season 1 of Discovery, and to the best of my knowledge, all of Lower Decks.
Heading, Captain?
This way.
Attack pattern Beta 3. Circle around that asteroid and come back firing.
Aye, Captain.
Shooty, shooty.
Zeldi, in range.
Fire!
Zeldi's shields down to 82%.
Why did you stop firing? They didn't.
We're doing damage, but they're hitting us right back. We'll run out of hull before we penetrate their shields.
Perhaps I can be of assistance. I can modify your impulse engines to amplify their meager output and avoid more of their attacks. But I will need full access to your propulsion systems.
That goes against dozens of
I thought we
Starfleet.
already had full access.
It's not a security risk if the alternative is destruction.
To me,
Yeah, they're being too soft.
you can take this beating and hope you can weather it. Or will you put your trust in me?
Trust him.
I've left everything behind for you. The least you can do is put your faith in me.
Commander Ermot, give Bortle access to the propulsion systems. You're going to have the ship in your hands. Don't let me down.
This will take a moment.
No fairness, he could probably have just taken over the ship anyway, he's just being polite. Well, we've got sparkles sticking out of our ship now. Oh, they'll be feeling dizzy in there now.
Your ship has let up its fire.
That gives us some time.
All right. One of these freight containers should do the trick.
Be quick.
We need one big enough for all of us to fit inside. Something we can make airtight. Damn it, not this one.
Oh, right, just shows you where can we run to. This looks,
Not enough room for the big guy.
Tell him to crouch. There's definitely enough room for him in there. I mean, he's not that tall. I mean, look. These people are not just not putting in the effort.
No way this will hold up in a vacuum.
This box is exactly the same. Why are we clicking on it?
Here we go. This'll work.
That's great. But
It's a copy and paste of the other two boxes.
No problem. We'll just seal it up.
This container is extremely heavy. Even with the containment field open, it won't leave the bay quickly. I'll find something to accelerate our exit.
Don't use the phaser to cut it open.
Glancing blow. Very little damage.
I cannot keep this up for long.
Their phaser banks are recharging. Now's our window. We have to strike back.
I agree.
Their next barrage could be our last. Better make this count.
Target their weapon systems. Take the teeth out of their bite.
That could make them run. Just like the Veskar, we'd lose Diaz and Etzelar again. Hit their engines. We've already lost the Veskar.
We need to protect ourselves first.
Target their propulsion systems. I don't want them going anywhere.
Targeting their engines.
Then we could just go behind them where their guns aren't facing.
Whoa. We gotta move it now.
These will give us the push we need.
Those are explosives.
We'll ride the blast right out of here. All set.
I'll set the containment field to deactivate, and then run back. We can detonate by remote.
We'll need to seal the doors from inside the container once we do.
Before all the air sucks out of the cargo bay.
Blown out. He's staying behind, isn't he? Oh, whilst we're blowing ourselves out into space, Mr. Smith wants to do a heist. He's all ready to rob the post office.
What are they doing in there?
Exclamation mark heist followed by strings of numbers. Frodo's in. Ooh, we killed someone.
Please, help me.
No. The Takan get what they deserve.
Don't leave me to die.
I don't know. Can we really leave her?
Look at her, she's not a threat. It's now or never.
This ship can't fly. Sidron set it to self-destruct. Please, Amanda.
Oh,
It's not her.
no. I know it's not.
Carter, we have to seal the doors.
Don't leave me.
Get this lifeboat off the ship before Sidron blows it all to hell.
We're going.
Should have already sealed it. Shouldn't have been wasting time.
Resolute.
I have the away team.
Go ahead.
We're about to exit.
We see the cargo bay containment field is deactivated.
Get that tractor beam ready. And you should know, the Zeldy is set to self-destruct.
If we do enough damage to the Zeldy first, it'll prevent the self-destruct sequence from completing.
We can't wait any longer. We have to fire.
Captain, they're almost out of there.
We need to act fast.
Hold all fire! Get out of there, Petty Officer. Do it now!
You heard her.
Done!
Ready? Detonate!
Ooh. Grenade! Take the TARDIS or something there, isn't it?
We're out! I have them on sensors. Tractor beam activating.
Can I just beam them out now?
Locked on and ready to fire. Fire!
Happy got left behind, distracted by the laser in the vault. Just beam us in. We're clear of the shields. Twice now.
Tractor beam's locked on. We have them. They'll be pulled into the docking bay shortly.
There's something else. I tracked a transporter signal to the planetoid moments before the Zeldi detonated.
Sidron.
There's a Takan structure there. It's the reason they were here. It's the reason we are here. Now.
I have to see it for myself. We'll go there together.
I had assumed as much.
Is this the Takan arsenal Galvin was after?
Legend says this region once held the sacred mysteries of the Takan Empire. Our greatest treasure. Our most fearsome technology.
I want a full security detail. Westbrook, Brodrosian, you're with me. Mr. Ermont, you have the con.
Wait. You're not the first officer anymore. The captain is supposed to stay with the ship. I'm surprised Lieutenant Bedrosian didn't raise that first.
I thought Captain Rydek knew what she was doing.
That's the protocol. But it's also a captain's prerogative to break that protocol.
I suppose it is.
We'll deal with the first officer vacancy when we return. Until then, Mr. Ermont?
Yes, Captain.
That's him told. Chapter 35.
Any sign of Sidron?
Not that I can see.
High alert, everyone. The enemy could be anywhere. Follow my lead.
Have we got anything we can click on?
Let's make this a short mission. All right?
Well, there we go. Let's get the rider walk here.
Call to come down here. Still not sure I agree. I respect you.
What was crouch again? There we go. Has anyone got any mischief planned for tomorrow then? I'll be continuing with my Ada project tomorrow once I get back from the shops. Actually, no, I might not be able to get back to my computer till the afternoon now, I'm going to think about it, because I can't remember if my dad said he was coming to visit tomorrow or on Friday. Either that'll happen, or I'll be working on Ada's project, so she can learn all that is to know about Stargate.
don't see a way in.
Is it so soon and they're going back home happy? I know you said that 10 days. Surely it's not been 10 days already.
Look around. There must be some sort of hidden mechanism to trigger it.
I don't see anything.
Are you done?
Oh, is that the stampy on the ground thing that you're going to do tonight there, Frodo?
Hidden mechanism.
Oh, it's Friday, they go.
Better to keep it simple.
Nicely done.
Have they got all the books that they need? Because that was the whole point of the whole trip, wasn't it? They needed to get the books. Did you get sorted out with the hire car? I suppose not that there's much real point for it anymore now, if there's only like a day left. Oh, I like the reflections. I'm just slightly distracted by the the reflections on the ground here.
Spread out. Let's see what we can find. And stay on high alert. We don't know where the Takan that beamed down here could be.
Take it back, piece of junk. Are you going to be dancing along with them, Frodo?
You will need my help, Commander.
How so?
Traversal here is trivial for a Takan, but only a Takan. When you come across a device you cannot use, merely call my name.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay, where we're going? We've got a thing over there, something down there. Nothing behind us. Oh, what's over here? I'm always going to go the wrong way. Oh, invisible wall.
I should look elsewhere.
Let's have a word.
Do you know what this place was used for?
It feels familiar, but I'm not certain. The Empire was vast. I did not know every corner of it, and much was built after I became a portal. However, Takan would not build such a place without something precious to protect.
Whatever that is, we have to find it before Galvin does. Portal? What is that void down there?
Space, folding upon itself. A fairly simple concept.
For a Takan, perhaps?
I advise against falling in.
It could be fun.
This pattern resembles the transporter device Petty Officer Maris used to escape the Resolute. Portal 6-3?
You wish to make use of this device?
It's a transporter of some kind?
It allows Takan to move through space instantly a short distance. Very convenient. I will activate the system for you.
Oh, great. It's one of these combination things.
Where does it go?
I'm not sure. The markings here must be from after my time.
Well, only one way to find out.
Yeah, it's one of these puzzles. Remember doing one of these little things in, oh, what the hell was the game called? With the little, like, funny, like, capsule type people. No, was it Fall Guys? Yeah, I think it was Fall Guys. It was a mission that they added. So we're going to have to mentally map this in our head. Or does it control by which direction we're facing? Yay, we did it, apparently. use your tricorder to collect data. Okay.
Soil. Just soil. It's not from this planet, nor any planet in the Federation database.
Oh, wait a second. This is maybe one of those gateways. Oh, good, yeah. What other green bits have we got to scan? Can I change scan settings? No, not on this one. Can we get through here, or is this a barrier or a screen? It's a barrier.
Why is this here?
This is soil from the homeworld. Our capital system. This isn't an arsenal. It's a temple of the ancients. Sacred ground to the Takon. I took my oath as a guardian of the Empire in a place just like this. You cannot imagine the look of pride in my parents' eyes as they said goodbye. Forever. Sorry. This is the first I've seen of anything new from the Takon Empire in a very long time. I'm sure you're familiar with the feeling. That sense of loss. I thought I was ready for it. But it cuts to the core of your being, even with your defenses up.
I totally understand that feeling. It's unavoidable and inescapable no matter what you do.
Yes, it's that distant but familiar feeling that's forever just out of reach.
Can you use this to find out more about what Galvin is after?
The information's encrypted. I can only discern that it's a warship. No. It's the Aphelion. Perhaps the most powerful Taconian ship ever built. I can't access the full file, but looking through the ship's schematics,
Oh, there's no Pokemon on the loose, everyone.
highly advanced transporter technology.
Transporter technology? For what?
Captain, you better come see this.
Exclamation mark PH. Get rid us of that pesky Pokemon. The cursed axe, Frodo. Oh, got control of the character. Down the hole.
Frodolita 33 completed the contract and eradicated the Nidorino infestation of the barn using the cursed
Probably right
axe.
around the time we showed up.
He did it. Well, definitely, I'll definitely have to add the Teletubbies into the possibility of being selected on the Pokemon hunt, because surely they're some kind of cursed Pokemon. I take it all these little dots on the wall must be another personality held in one of those rods to bioform somebody.
I've seen these before. In the other vault. And if all of those are the same as this, then there must be...
Hundreds of millions, if not billions. All that remains of the Takon civilization.
And haggis to the Pokey-Toki thing.
Encapsulated in crystalline form.
You thought this was an arsenal. And in a way, you're right. This is how they rebuild the Takan Empire, and bioform billions of innocent people.
That seems to be the case. What you have to understand is, these life forms were preserved for the benefit of the Takan civilization, as a means of safeguarding the health and well-being of any Takan, should they fall prey to illness or injury. They were never intended to be used for this purpose.
There you are wrong. This was always their purpose, to restore the glory that was lost. Congratulations on your first victory in battle, Captain Rydek. You killed a great many of my compatriots, some that I've known for millennia. Are you proud of how much death you've caused? Each Takan life is precious, irreplaceable. Centuries of knowledge and culture, lost with each one you murder.
I was protecting my crew. It's regrettable to take any life. But when someone threatens galactic civilization, force is the correct response.
And I suppose it worked. For now. Thankfully, I don't have to convince you of anything. We'll all be on the same side soon enough.
You can't just bioform whoever you want. Not without a fight.
Not the haggis.
There won't be a fight. In fact, most won't even know what's happened. One minute you're standing there as you. The next you're standing here as one of us.
He's talking about mass transformation. That's what the Aphelion was built for.
The transporter. It'll reconstitute your DNA and bioform you into a Takan in the blink of an eye. This is what they'll use as ammunition.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Of course, that's the simple version. But the end result will be the same.
Your time has passed. The Takan Empire is gone.
Only to be reborn better and stronger than it ever was. The Aphelion is on its way here as we speak. Now it's only a matter of time. You can't delay that which is inevitable. Which makes your next decision fairly simple, brother. You are, after all, a portal.
I am.
Your sole purpose is to serve as a guardian of the Takan Empire. But you stand here surrounded not by your fellow Takan, but by members of the Federation. By people who deny our fundamental right to exist. You swore an oath to protect the Empire. And I can only assume that's why you're here.
There is only one true Takan here, and that's Portal. You're a scion, a disgrace to the memory of the Takan, brought back through unnatural means.
I only tolerate your presence so long as you continue to amuse me. Which side are you on?
Captain Rydek, long-range sensors suggest a massive spacecraft approaching in the distance.
The time has come.
What could possibly go wrong?
I hope we speak again, brother.
Estimated time to contact, 6 minutes and counting.
We can't stay here. We have to get back to the ship.
And we have to preserve these souls. We must take them back to your ship.
Those crystals are ammunition to be used against us. We have to destroy them. Bombard the site from orbit.
I'll decide, once we're safely aboard the Resolute. 4 to transport.
Ooh, her hair's gone weird.
You have to hear me out, Captain. I've always stood by you. I committed mutiny for you. But if you bring those things on board, I'll have no choice but to resign.
If they're taken to the Aphelion, they will be forced into new bodies, brought back to life in a way they never asked for.
They're not living beings, but they're still dangerous. And if you don't make decisions to protect us, we're gonna end up like Solano. You, me, the entire crew. We're all next.
Two minutes and counting. It's headed straight toward the vault. The Aphelion is coming into view now, Captain.
On screen.
Unbelievable.
Arrival at the second vault in less than a minute.
So like a pineapple, the big bit at the bottom and the little stringy bits at the top.
I would remind you, those life forms are Takon, not science. Takon. They're not your enemy.
Right or wrong, history will judge you for this moment.
You better do it quick.
Transport the storage crystals aboard the Resolute.
Did I hear that right?
That's an order.
The storage crystals are on board in our cargo bay.
Thank you. I won't forget this.
We've got an achievement as well there.
You realize what you've done. We don't need another captain who's gonna risk our lives just to feed their ego. This ship and this crew come first.
Lieutenant.
She has to hear it.
We need Portal on our side. I'm not going to jeopardize that when I don't have to.
So you jeopardize the rest of us. And to think, I used to look up to you.
No bouncy then.
The Aphelion is targeting us, approaching rapidly.
They hit us with that bioforming ray and it's over. Maximum warp. Get us out of here.
Where, Captain?
Anywhere but here. Now!
Let's go to Riser for a holiday. He's on the couch tonight, yeah. Is she on the Egypt tonight?
There they are!
You did what had to be done with the Tasker. You said you'd avenge her, and you did. The Tasker can rest now. Even if I wavered in the moment. And it's not a question of her being a threat or not.
If you believe, I'm sure you'll see her again.
I do. And I shall.
Oh, no surprises here. But your shoulders separated. If you come with me to sickbay, we can get you fixed up in no time.
Thank you. I'll find you afterwards.
You two, Check in at your stations. This thing isn't over yet.
Not even have time for lunch. Oh, got control. Oh, come on, there's clickables.
Hey, Diaz.
Yeah?
Did you see our people over there? Miranda?
Kapoor, Hauser?
Everybody's dead,
Saw
Dave.
Miranda and Kapoor, but they're bioformed.
With
As
tea
far as I know,
time.
there's no way to undo it.
That means they're not our friends anymore.
If they attack us,
We'll have to stop them. No matter what it takes.
Yeah. I guess we have to be ready for that. She was a good little escape pod. Not that I want another ride like that anytime soon.
I don't understand why, when they were clear of the shields, why did they not just beam them aboard?
You're really making us proud out there, Diaz.
They could have even built, like, beamed the entire box on board if they wanted.
I can't believe it, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing Chovak. Not that I'd expect this kind of welcome from him, but I can just imagine the look on his face.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna hear about it from him. Let's just go get it over with.
After all we've survived, you're still a pessimist, huh?
I can't believe it! You evaded the Takan, ejected their warp cores, and lived to talk about it!
That about sums it up.
They're gonna be teaching this at the Academy for years to come. I mean it. Everybody's gonna learn
Frodolita
how you pulled
33.
it off.
Your smart fridge.
When they do,
Under Skynet's
make sure they
influence,
get my
will
name
keep
right.
suggesting bizarre food pairings like ketchup on ice cream.
Z.
Trust your taste buds, not the fridge.
Lars too.
I'm sure no one.
Happy Cat, we need you to test tomato sauce on ice cream.
Miranda?
Like we did the ages ago with the shreddies and the ice cream, wasn't it?
Well, I know Captain Rydek will do her best to get her back.
Hold on. Rydek? What about Captain Solano?
He was turned into a Takan. Rydek had to take over. She's a hell of an officer, but none of us have been up against anything like this. No one has. Not in 500,000 years.
I guess there's never a dull moment around here, huh?
You telling me it's not always like this?
That was so sickly. Well, tomorrow you'll have to try the tomato. Get the little one. Get the little one to try it tomorrow before they go home.
To see you again.
Is that so?
It was by no means a certainty that you would return to duty here.
It is agreeable to see you as well, sir.
They were beyond the confines of the shield, though, once they left the ship, though.
Your absence has left engineering terribly short.
And the other ship kind of blew up a bit.
The department has fallen
They were well clear to be transported away.
on both regular and irregular duties.
Seems like you could use some help around here. We're ready to go to work.
I'd like to catch my breath for at least a few minutes, Carter.
Normally, I would assign you to one of the many pressing repair tasks. But, given your experience on board the Zeldi, I have suggested you join the senior staff briefing as we determine our next course of action. You can commence your maintenance shift afterwards.
Yay. Crosstalk. Chapter 37.
To an Illydian earlier. Major Sarlet Arminta.
Ah, yes. I met him at the negotiations.
I never would have imagined I'd be here, on the same ship, working together with our oppressors. But now that I am, I can imagine a future where the Hotari and Illydians are no longer enemies. I always hoped for peace, but it seems so far away. There's still a lot of bad blood.
Peace is often fleeting. If there's a chance, you should take it.
Peace with our former enemies may be hard for some to accept, but it's what my people need.
It's
coming along nicely. Thank you, Tylus. I'll take it from here.
Then we found out that Rydek was bioformed all along.
We're almost done.
I have to brief Ambassador Spock in a few minutes.
Ambassador Spock can wait. You have some fences to mend. Personally, I'm against the needless destruction of innocent life forms, so I'm glad you transported the Taconian crystals onto the ship. But Lieutenant Bedrosian obviously feels otherwise. And right now, you need the full support of your bridge crew. Being an effective leader requires trust, but an issue as divisive as this can create discord.
I don't expect everyone will agree with my decisions, and she's entitled to a different opinion.
He's been left turning
I'll
today.
handle Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I suggested that he try turning right
Just as long as people feel like
to see what happens.
It's been a chaotic last few days for everyone. You need to name a new first officer in preparation for what's coming. You'll have to work to regain Lieutenant Bedrosian's trust, but if she's removed from consideration, it comes down to Westbrook or Ermot. Obviously, there are pros and cons with each, but ultimately, the decision is yours. Commander Westbrook has seniority and was hoping to be Captain Solano's first officer. Ermot has the knowledge and experience that makes him more than qualified.
I don't mind saying I consider Commander Ermot a strong candidate for the role.
He'd be a popular choice with the crew, and bring a steadiness to the position that others might lack. Certainly not a controversial choice, but then some may perceive that as playing it safe.
We just left him in charge of the bridge before we went away anyway.
Thank you, Dr. Duvall.
Always nice to have a captive audience. You really shouldn't keep Ambassador Spock waiting.
Captain.
I'll meet you inside.
I'm here to officially tender my resignation from the crew of the U.S.S. Resolute. I cannot in good conscience continue to serve aboard this ship. Not while the interests of the enemy take precedent over the safety of the crew.
Listen, Lieutenant. I understand how you feel, and I respect your opinion. You're one of the most valuable officers on the bridge, which is why I cannot accept your resignation.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I expected as much. Which is why I already submitted my letter of resignation to Starfleet Command.
My door is always open if you change your mind.
You should not see that those crystals on board mean that they can't blow us up.
Thank you, Mr. Ermont.
I'll notify Lieutenant Bedrosian we're about to begin.
That won't be necessary.
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsolar have first-hand experience with our adversaries. I thought it advantageous for them to join this briefing. I understand this is unusual, but I trust you have no objections?
Talk about moving up in the world.
Excellent idea, Mr. Chovak. They deserve to be here.
In all seriousness, what Diaz and Edsolar accomplished aboard the Zeldi is nothing short of remarkable. They're both to be commended, not only for surviving against incredible odds, but for helping our efforts against these scions.
You know, Carter deserves most of the credit. None of us would have made it without his help. We'd all be bioformed by this point.
But there were way more people involved than just me. Not only Petty Officer Edsolar, but we had help from an Elydian officer named Arminta as well.
Interesting.
Ambassador Spock is ready for you.
Put him through.
Captain Rydek, your recent change in station certainly warrants mention, and I trust you to faithfully execute your expanded duties. Right now, we must keep our attention on the clear and present danger that lies ahead, the Takan and their warship. The closest populations are the Hotari and Elydian systems, and they are likely the first targets for mass bioforming. After that, lies Federation space. I have advised Starfleet Command to send an impromptu battle group to intercept and assist you, but that will take time. You are our first line of defense. And with our shield algorithms compromised, we are at a great disadvantage. Of course. You know that as well as I do.
I'm glad to hear the battle group is en route, Ambassador. With what we're up against, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
And you will have it. Remember, our strength is drawn from our ability to work together towards a common goal.
Have we made any progress in finding a way to defend ourselves from the Aphilion's bioforming weapon?
Currently, our shields will not protect us, but I am compiling all of the information the away team gathered on the Zeldi and cross-referencing it against our own as well as Portal 6-3's methods.
The away team is sitting right here. They survived without getting bioformed, so we know it's possible. So, what's the secret? How do we defend ourselves?
Don't let them probe you.
Is there a weakness we can exploit? Something we can do to avoid getting bioformed?
Well, simple as it sounds, the best thing to do is to not get caught. Whether it's one-on-one or the whole ship.
We avoided the Takan as much as we could.
But we saw the bioforming, and there's not much you can do.
I found something that might help. It's too soon to say for sure, but we've had some promising indications that Duridium can delay the bioforming process.
Duridium?
It's not a cure. It's not going to bring anyone back we've already lost. But Duridium is a cell stabilizer, so it has the potential to slow down the onset of physical and mental changes, if not entirely prevent them. And we might be the only ship in the fleet with this much Duridium on hand. In fact, a lot of ships wouldn't have any.
I'll forego the rest of my treatments, if it means the crew will be safe.
Captain, you'd die.
That's an honorable intention, but it's not that simple. It requires a much larger dose to be effective. We don't have enough Duridium on board to protect the whole crew. We barely have enough to protect everyone in this room.
Sounds like it won't do us much good then.
The use case I'd suggest is that it could buy a little time for an officer or a small group to complete a task or mission. But it has
So send her on her own, she's already swimming in the stuff.
Bioforming mechanism.
Prepare a delivery method for this remedy.
That raises the question. What is the mission?
Assuming the Aphelion uses shields of some kind, I don't expect it will be easy to bypass their defenses.
We may not be able to block the Aphelions' attack either. But if they do strike, we know their weapon uses transporter technology. We might be able to backtrack their signal path.
Like we did to evacuate Captain Rydek from Tau.
Exactly. We could send an away team onto the Aphelion.
So we could destroy it from the inside.
I'm not exactly sure how, but that's the idea.
I think Portal could still help us. If he can't get a first-hand look at the Aphelion, he might be able to identify a weakness.
After sparing the remnants of his civilization, I should hope he'd help us.
He will.
We'll need to prepare a boarding party, if it comes to that.
Petty Officers Edsalar and Diaz are the logical choices to lead any away mission to the Aphelion. They have already crippled one enemy ship. If anyone can do so again, it is them.
This isn't like the engineering mission that took you to the Zeldi. Do you really have some special insights that a tactical team wouldn't?
Doesn't the fact that we're here speak for itself?
Just surviving won't be enough this time.
Sabotage is kind of becoming our specialty. We'll find a way to get the job done.
Well, he certainly has the swagger for it.
If this is the necessary course of action, I support it.
With the help of Portal. He should be part of the away team.
I will compile all the latest data on the tricorders, just in case.
In the meantime, I want you working on ways we can combat the Takan tech. Shields, weapons, anything we can use.
Yes, Captain.
Anything else, Ambassador?
I know this matter is in capable hands. Hold the line as best you can. Help is on the way.
Thank you.
Would Riker be sending help as well?
I have faith in all of you to meet this moment with the urgency it requires. I expect all of us to give it everything we've got. Thank you, Petty Officers Diaz and Edsalar. You're dismissed.
While we have a quorum of senior staff, there is a procedural element we need to take care of. The Resolute command codes must be transferred to Captain Rydek for control of the ship.
Of course.
Computer, transfer all command codes to Captain Jara Rydek. Voice authorization Ermot, Echo 4 Lima.
Voice authorization Duval. Beta 2 Yankee.
Voice authorization Westbrook. Alpha 7 Tango.
Awaiting your authorization, Captain.
Oh, we're like two symbols with it. I wouldn't have to remember this password for later on.
Voice authorization Rydek. Alpha 7 X-ray.
Captain's codes transfer. The updated command structure is incomplete. Please designate a new first officer.
Who is the new first officer?
Please designate a new first officer.
I am proud to name Commander Ermot as my new first officer, effective immediately. Congratulations.
Thank you, Captain. I promise I won't let you down.
Unless he was bioformed.
Commander Ermot is the new first officer of the U.S.S. Resolute.
Awaiting voice authorization.
Voice authorization Ermot, Echo 4 Lima.
Authorization is now complete.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done.
Nicely done. I think that went well.
Captain Rydek!
Oh, stroppy
Excuse
bloke.
me for a minute.
This is just unbelievable, unacceptable, inexplicable. To be the most senior officer on the bridge, and to be passed over again?
He wants it too badly.
Lieutenant Bedrosian, with the information about Captain Solano being compromised instead of me. But this... I've never felt more humiliated.
Look, I know we've had our differences in the past, but this is not about you. This is about what would be in the best interests of everyone. Which is why I chose Commander Ermot.
He's not even close to being first officer material. He's little more than a bureaucrat.
You won't have an arsenic.
That is a serious liability at a time when we need experience. Otherwise, we don't stand a chance against the Scions.
You're entitled to your opinion, but I completely disagree with your assessment. Commander Ermot is an extremely competent professional.
Oh, having no record, Mr. Smith.
And he'll be an excellent first officer.
You drove Bedrosian away? Now this? If you're not careful, you might not have any crew left, even if we do survive.
But we will survive.
Ridiculous.
Insubordination. Oh, what was track 8?
Welcome to Sunny Meadows. We hope you brought your...
regrets.
Step right up, come take the tour. Our floors where ghosts still scratch the door. I'm happy cat lady, mic in hand. I once lived here, wasn't it grand? The swings where I made friends with walls. The chair still screams, those teeth still crawl.
Evening, Jaffa.
The bells, they tick back too.
That whisper, oh, that's just Lou.
Welcome back to Sunny Meadows. Ghosts play tag, insanity jello. Smith's yelling, reading 3 with pride.
It's just the distance, please let that slide.
Gary's in the van on snack patrol. Dr. Ravenholm's filming goes through a pole. Jaffa's vanished, gear's all gone.
We brought a team of 5, now it's 1. Dr. Ravenholm crawls in deep. BBC cam rolling like he's hunting sheep. Ghosts in the pipes, I see its bones.
He's filming rats or sentient stones.
He's muttering Latin, throwing salt. Ghost ain't hunted, but it's still our fault. He stares through walls, says, look, it's clear. It's a broom
and a chandelier.
Mr. Smith lights every candle around, lays in a pentagram prone on the ground.
Come at me, phantom take my life.
The ghost walks past to kill his wife. He reads EMF like it's fortune card, says EMF 5, no, it's just 5 yards.
He's cursed to live, we've all agreed.
Even ghosts say, nah, not this breed. Jaffa, where's the dots? I may have installed them in the chapel ceiling.
Gary, did you even leave the van?
I opened the door for morale.
Gary screaming into a mic, tripwired himself with a UV light. Finally steps out, heroic grace, trips on a bone, falls on his face. Camera's glitching, he starts to shout, "You're filming the van, Ferge, turn around." One step in, he sees a shade. Gary returns to a snack crusade. It's Sunny Meadows, brains are fried. Smith still yelling, "Why won't I die?" Cat ladies chatting to a vent in rhyme. Ravenholm's filming a different time. Gary's got a sandwich named Steve. Jaffa's wiring goes to believe. The EMF's broke, the thermometer screams.
This isn't ghost hunting, it's fever dreams.
Now follow me through doorways wide. The ghost is friendly once inside. Don't mind the stains or the claw-shaped hand. This used to be my favorite band. I found a place among the dead. They let me tick inside your head. So drop your tools, don't fight or cry. You've joined the tour, now you'll die. Welcome to Sunny Meadows. You're never leaving.
No, you're never leaving, Jaffa. Wow. See, this is exactly what we always keep saying, because Jaffa never does any work. 65 hours till he has to do something else. But evening, Jaffa, and welcome in. You're just in time for us to raid out. How do I get back to the main menu on this game? There we go. But welcome in, Jaffa. Have you had a chance to type in that code yet? What the hell's going on? It's not letting me click anything. Oh, has the game completely crashed, maybe? Has everything crashed? Everybody's dead, Dave. But yeah, 65 hours until you have to do... hang on a second. I need to ask. Alexa, what time will it be in 65 hours? At 4 PM at something or other. I couldn't quite make out what day she said there. I'm out of here for hopefully 6 hours. Yeah, really 6 hours. We know what you like, Jaffa. Let's have a little spy and see who's on that we can go and say hello to. We're gonna go see Metro. She's not doing a puzzle according to the thing here. Wait till it loads. I think she's playing GeoGuessr tonight. Yeah, she's still playing GeoGuessr. So let's jump over and we'll see if we can help her find where she's looking for. But tomorrow night is Furthest Frontier. We're going to start a brand new save. Hang on, we're pressing a raid. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, tomorrow night is Furthest Frontier. We're going to start a brand new save tomorrow. Because there's been like lots of updates since we last played anyway. And I think probably everyone's dead in our civilization as well. Cyberpunk, where the plan is we will finish off the final of all the side quests on Friday, and then the following week we'll start the DLC, and then that'll just be continuing for however long that is, and we will be continuing probably with the Brotherhood on Saturday. And I forgot to put a poll up for movie night, so I'll have to do that tomorrow because I'm going to bed. But thank you all for watching. Have a good night, and yay, Idris Cam. We'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If If you're enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. Before I forget as well then, I pressed the Twitch, Mixer or YouTube,
thank you as well then,
loads
Mr.
more
V,
for you to watch.
25
From our
Months of
live streams to all our episodes across our various
Thank you
series.
so much,
You can also
Mr.
drop
V.
by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.